I think this means we're live.
I'm gonna come up the elevator.
Wait. That just doesn't look right. It doesn't. Now my wife's not gonna want to watch.
We get things going on. Audio coming from different spots.
Oh, sorry.
You guys need
We're live.
Hey.
Turn the
Well,
mics
my
on.
mic wasn't even on.
My mic is on.
Here, now both mics are on.
Okay.
Okay,
We're live.
look at that camera and introduce our show.
Hey, this is DJ NTV, and this is
Bill Herman, and that's Jeremy Breck, and that's John Young.
I can't even get in that shot.
oh, sorry.
We're on.
Well,
we're
we're
live
like
on
way too.
in Atlantic
Oh, we're
City.
good. We're good.
What's really cool about this is we have no.
So tell us, John.
What's really cool about the Taj is that it's such an eclectic gathering of smells.
It is, yes.
I mean, look at right there. Look at that.
What is that stain?
Is that stain? Is it green? Is it gray? Is
I don't
it?
And
know if
what
that's a stain.
causes that? It does look fuzzy.
What causes that?
It's
See,
coming right off the side of a
welcome
wall.
to our
Yeah.
show tonight called "Hey, What Causes That?" We're just going to point to weird things on the boardwalk and people and say, "Hey, what causes that?"
Well, I think we should get on point here on why are we having these conversations at the Taj, which is DJ Expo.
Well, it's the first day of DJ Expo 2016.
Hold on, but what's more important, this is your first day ever at DJ
I've
Expo,
never
is that
been
correct?
to Atlantic City, New Jersey in my entire life. It's the first time I've been to DJ Times Expo, and that's been going on for a lot of years.
Yep.
Is this what, 17?
At least. I
The
think.
it's they say 16, 2000. The DJ Expo 16, but I think it's been going on longer than that, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it's been, I think it's been almost like here. It feels like for that long.
Right, exactly. And the Trump Taj Mahal, when my flew in city, and you look, when we get into downtown, it's sending you to the Taj Mahal, and when you finally turn right down the road to the Taj, it is like it's like
Vegas.
the only thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like actually the only thing you can see at all for the entire block and a half going up there
You know, all that
is
MJ was saying 27 years. Is
Holy
20,
smokes.
27 years.
That's like 3 years older than you.
Yeah. It is not like that, but
Yeah, well, he's young.
so first time here. Besides the experience of Atlantic City, which we'll probably talk about,
Right.
But what was kind of your welcome? I know that you kind of felt a little indifferent with your welcome from everybody who was kind of saying, "Well, first time here." Well, Bill, listen, tell us a little bit about that because I thought that was pretty amusing.
A lot of people know me. They've met me at the other conferences. I've been to every other conference. I've been to Mobile Beat for years, and I've gone to all the other ones. I've just never worked out for me to come here.
Yep.
And August came along, and usually the week of DJ Times Expo, I don't have any time. I've got several gigs before it happens and several gigs right after it happens. So the idea of me leaving my area for a conference halfway across the country when I've got a lot of events going on.
Right.
So every year it works out that way. So this year I thought that's the way it was working out. And my wife was asking about it because I was watching everybody texting about they're going to go. And every year I'm like, I want to go. I didn't get a chance to go again this
And then
year.
finally she said, "You big baby, just go."
Well, she looked at my calendar and went,
big
"Well, look at
diaper
that. You're not
baby."
you're not. Look, diaper baby," she said. "Look at your schedule. You're really not as busy as you think you are. You could go." And that was 14 days ago.
Yeah.
So I went, well, what the hell? And I pulled the trigger and I showed up. So I get here, and all of my friends that I've seen at the other conferences like, "Wow, you're here. This is great. This your first time?" I'm like, "Yeah." So they go, "Oh, well, you should know that this conference has a very different vibe." Now, the first time somebody said that to me, I went, "Oh, okay, that's cool. It seems fine to me." And then I saw another friend of mine. "Oh, Bill, you're here." And I said, "Yeah, it's the first time I've been here ever." And they went, "Oh, well, Bill, you should know that this conference has a very different vibe." I heard those words word for word. Why are you so far back there?
Well, I want to make sure John could get in the shot here.
Oh.
I mean, we're live on Facebook,
So
and we can't even see the man.
I had I swear it's got to be at least 20 people, like it's a Republican talking point. You know, this conference
There's an
has
explanation.
a very different vibe.
It's a disclaimer every time they talk to Bill. Like, Bill.
I don't know. I mean,
P.S.
I'm having a good time. I think it's a great conference. I'm
It
not
has
seeing
been great,
anything that's been that different. But I swear, how many people said that to me? Like, okay, let's all get together. And anybody who's here that's never been here before, we should tell them, you know, this has got a very different vibe.
Now, I think John...
So far, I haven't seen a very different vibe. I'm seeing a great conference and a lot of cool DJs.
I think John will agree, and I think you'll notice tomorrow that this is a very gear-driven show. I mean, people come all over from the East Coast to come to this show, and that's, I think, really what makes it very successful. They bring in great presenters as well, but I think when you look at some of the other shows, they really focus on content, and it's not so gear-heavy. Everybody who comes to this show, they bring their vans and their trucks because they know they're going home with some great gear. And I mean, the show floor opens tomorrow at noon?
Yep.
It's gonna be awesome. You kind of saw a sneak peek. We went into the EV booth a little bit.
Yeah, I snuck in tonight, and I wasn't supposed to be there. They made a big deal about the fact that because I told Jeremy and even John, I'm like, I'm gonna come down to the show floor with you. And they went, no, you can't.
Yeah,
go.
no, that's not gonna happen.
Well, no, I'm nothing if not stealthy. So
actually, what happened is
quiet. So I snuck in like James Bond, and I got a chance to see what you're going to see tomorrow at noon. And this is crazy how huge it is, and amazing how huge the booths are. And they've got all the latest stuff everywhere. I mean, there's hardly room even to move around. I mean, if you like the idea of being surrounded by a ton of really cool stuff. There's a ton of really cool stuff at this show. And all I saw was them setting up. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when they actually have it finished set up. Because, I mean, the booths are huge, and they've got tons of stuff hanging. And the noise they're making in there now, and it's not open yet, is crazy. So it's going to be something quite incredible.
You know, one of the things I think that really pops out is, people always ask, why do I need to go to a conference? Why do I need to go to a convention? And it might not be educational. That might not be what you're looking for. But
you might be looking for a very different vibe.
Well, yeah, this is that show. But what I'm trying to get at is you might want to try out that new controller. You saw it posted online and people talking about it on Facebook or on YouTube. I
saw some of the new Denon controllers sitting right there. I went over and I touched them. Played with a knob.
Even the ones behind glass, he was touching.
No, really. There was anyway.
Yeah.
I saw just those, and they're like, "Yeah, come on over, Bill," because they know how good I am. Anyway, sorry.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, because I'm looking for that next controller. We have the 4000s, we have the 6000s from Denon, and I was looking either between the 8000 that they have,
right?
And I guess they just launched a 7000. They launched 2 days ago that they're talking about now,
right?
So I'm trying to find which one's going to be the best fit for me. Looking at some of the Pioneer stuff that came out. There's a lot of great opportunities to really get your hands on that and figure out which one is the best fit. So again, those people who are kind of always on the line, do I go to the show or can I just buy it online and find the cheapest price? Yeah, you probably can. But if you get it, it might not be exactly what you were looking for because you didn't get a test drive.
Well, and plus, you like test driving, and heck, if nothing else, just get your hands on it.
Yeah.
It's with nowadays, people are so used to buying things online just from a picture and a couple of reviews. And I grew up in a time where you wanted to go to the place that it had, get your hands on it, you feel how that it feels professional, it doesn't feel cheap, it's well made. You get to play, you get the feel of the knobs and the jog wheels to be sure it's exactly what you need it to be. And you get that at a show like this. You get to actually hands-on in show floors. There's so few show floors anymore to be able to hands-on anything.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, if it's gear you love, this is the show to be at.
Yep.
But any of the shows have a lot of gear for that reason right there. Plus you have the people who make it and sell it that know exactly what you're dealing with, as opposed to, I got a DJ friend of mine who told me that this new speaker is really awesome. Well, of course, I'm going to believe him or not, but he's just a buddy of mine. And he may know as little about it as I do, which is not a good thing. So dealing with, the experts is the way it is to go. We were in the EV booth, the Electro Voice booth, And the stuff they have in there right now, and the stuff they're showing off is really amazing. We even, by the way, because we got a chance to sneak in there, we vandalized the booth.
We were the first ones.
DJ Jer and I.
We will post that.
We'll
post it. We'll put it on the Disc Jockey News page.
A brand new booth with a beautiful white wall, and we took a Sharpie to it.
It was red, but
it was
whatever.
a red wall, and we took a for a good time call. John Young.
But, going back to that test driving, it's like even if you're looking at a car and you're like, oh, gosh, eBay, perfect. They have the car I'm looking for. You're probably going to go to a car lot and still test drive that same exact vehicle to make sure that, this is the one. I'm ready to order it online.
Right.
So, again, take advantage of that. If you have a Guitar Center, if you have, any of the distributors around here,
right?
Go talk to those guys. They'll let you test drive this stuff,
right?
And maybe it's not right, but then they'll find one that is going to be a good fit and the right feel for you.
Yep.
So
well, and you've always got you see all the things you love at these great shows, and then you've got those great service providers out there like Ben Stowe with NLFX, Northern Light Effects, which is what I like to call it. Words are scary.
Best friends.
Words are
Ben
scary.
Stowe.
Ben Stowe, my best friend. Yeah. I am your father, Ben.
Sorry, Ben.
I am your father. Anyway.
Yeah.
But that's and that he's here too. You find Ben Stowe, and if you can speak Klingon, he'll answer you.
Actually, I want to talk a little bit about Ben because we did an EV seminar today, and even though he's not repping Electro Voice, he's still there to support Electro Voice because he is a huge distributor when it comes to Electro Voice, probably maybe one of the biggest. And he was there in that seminar and just kind of guiding with some people who had questions that I couldn't answer, and Dussault didn't feel comfortable answering. He was able to speak up and just kind of chime in because he loves the EV brand. And that shows you there's a lot of value behind what Ben Stowe does for this industry. Mm-hmm. Even if it's not for his best, and money's not going in his pocket, but he knows that you want answers, I can help you if you're going to buy from me, if you're not going to buy from me. Right. And I think that's why he is so reputable in this industry, because he's always willing to help people.
Absolutely. So now, what are the things that you two are most excited about with this year's show? And like we said, it's probably the last time at the Taj Mahal, mostly because it looks like the Taj Mahal won't be here in about a month. Doesn't mean the DJ Expo won't be continuing, but you've been to these before, and you know what it's like here in Atlantic City. What are you looking forward to while you're here? Other than the fact that you're working a little.
Yeah.
You do get a chance to be a part of what's going on. John, you've probably been going longer than we have. What about you? What are you looking forward to?
Well, there's a couple of things that I'm going to be looking forward to tomorrow. That way it can be on both cameras at the same time, since you guys have taken all the stage time. So anyway, what I'm going to do is get you some information. What are you guys doing back there? God. But we talked about some of the new products. And, of course, the products, this is a gear show. I would put it 80% gear show, 20% the education. Well, we found out some information on some of the products that are there that are some of the new products, and comparing those to older products that you guys have talked about used. As an example, Denon. We both have the 6000s, and we love the 6000s.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing, for those of you who are wondering, should I upgrade or should I stay, is that the 8000 and now the new 7000 have got better mechanical and digital and what have you inside, and they can produce much more volume, much cleaner volume coming out of that, going to our mixers or speakers, whatever we're sending it to, or to the amplifiers. I didn't know that until I sat down with the tech who's here. They're here, and we can ask these questions. We can go in and basically say, hey, why is it my imagination, or does my 6000 not get as loud as that? Oh yeah, you're right, it doesn't. This is old Denon technology. This is new Denon. You've got same thing with all that new technology that's coming out, and we get to see it and play with it here tomorrow.
If they were going to use the same components they were 5 years ago, 4 years ago, no one's going to buy their stuff. So they understand that to keep this industry moving forward, they have to sell product, which means they have to give a good product. And I think that's exactly why they're putting better components. They're making controllers that consumers are asking for. And again, all around, the question, what am I excited about? I'm looking for that type of controller. I'm looking for that next step controller where I could actually just run it standalone. Yep. And, because I've had times where my computer will just stop and I'm panicking. So what do? I have to have a backup plan. And
right.
And the new 7000 is so awesome because you can have two laptops plugged in at the same time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you could be accessing left laptop or right laptop. I mean, it's backup built in right there.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. They
That
really
is-
put some thought into it.
So it's right now, if you had to pick one specific thing right now, it's the new controllers.
Well, the controllers are definitely one part of it. Now, when we get into lighting, there's some new things that are at the show from basically all the big manufacturers. Shobei, American DJ, Blizzard's got some new things. Mark Lighting, who was new to the scene last year, they've got a new line of lights that are going to get introduced tomorrow that I think a lot of DJs are going to be interested in because they're coming in with a quality product, a little bit smaller, but at a price point that's really going to be appealing.
Chauvet's going to be here.
Chauvet is here.
Yeah.
There's this guy doing a seminar tomorrow, and I hope that doesn't ruin their reputation. But after that seminar, people can go down to that exhibit hall, and they're going to be able to see that booth looks awesome. I mean, the way that cantilevers over and all the different things that they put on. And then the stage. Rick was going through the stage with me today. And those there's 455s up there.
Yep.
And then there's the new hybrids up there. And
I'll be taking that.
yeah, he could take that question.
Well, actually,
everything that I've seen is very flashy.
So you talk about the 455s, which are the 100 and I think it's 170 or 180 watt LED,
Yeah.
super bright, and then again, so many people were asking for what's that next level, what's going to be brighter than the LED that's coming out, and they came out with the SR lamp, which is, it's a super bright. We'll just call it super bright lamp. But when we were on the show last week, we actually saw the comparisons between that 455Z, which was their top of the line LED, all the way to that SR lamp, which was like 123 lux. It was amazing. I mean, and you saw that thing. You didn't even need haze, and that beam was piercing the sky. Just beautiful.
You can fry eggs at about 10 feet away with that thing.
Yeah.
Name it there.
So now we're talking food, and I'm in.
And that brings us to what else am I looking forward to at DJ Expo? White House subs. You guys have heard me talk about it. White House subs.
Been there, first time ever. I was taken there. I'd never heard of it, and I had the White House deluxe sub sandwich. I said just I'll have a half of one because they looked enormous, and the half of one I only ate half of. Because it was enormous,
Yes.
and most of you would understand why. Because I'm not a big eater, but these sandwiches are just amazing. White House subs, man. If there's other things I should be having here, I want to know because it was a great idea. And I had a lobster roll at a Chicky and Pete's or something like that.
Oh yeah, chicken Pete's.
Man, that was really something.
That was good. That was good.
And I've had lobster rolls in Minnesota. And once you have lobster roll like next to the ocean where the actual lobster gets out of it, and then like right into the cooking part instead of comes out, gets frozen, sent to Minnesota, it's a big difference apparently when it's fresh. So, yeah. But once again, I'm not a big eater, so I don't know if I can talk about this subject.
Yeah, I realize it's a stretch for you, so thank you for playing along with it.
No problem.
I think some of the other exciting things that are coming up, I'm fortunate to be a part of the Chauvet presentation tomorrow. Also, Electro Voice is doing another. And I think you're seeing a lot more or listening to a seminar is how do I make money off of that? It could be a performance workshop. How is that going to make me money? Well, if you're a better performer, you're probably going to get a better dollar. And I think, you're going to see a lot more of that education being education and not a sales pitch. So,
Well, I think more and more of the DJs that come to these conferences actually have that question too. Getting a cool light is getting a cool light.
yeah.
Okay, and once you decide to start coming to conferences, then the cool light's not just because it's cool. It's like, yeah, I want to get a cool light, but now I got to justify the idea that
Right.
I'm going to spend my money on something that's really cool. And there's if there's anything you can say about all the extra gear that you can get or the stuff you can get going to these conferences is everything is the reason why we're DJs. It's all cool. And the lights are just one of those things. So now it's like, well, I have it, and all these other people here that are here seem to be doing well and they're making money. Oh, you mean I can? Oh, then that's where the question comes from. Otherwise, until you start coming to these conferences, you're really just buying what's cool.
Yeah.
And you're having fun with it. You're having fun setting it all up, and you're having fun, bringing everything with you. But until you're actually at one of these conferences, that question doesn't pop in, and you see that question at these conferences. Oh, and one of the things that I noticed too is this morning at the first at the first thing they did, they had people raise their hands. How many new people, never been to a conference before, are actually here? And for the last one at Trump, there was at least half the people in the room brought their hands up.
Wow.
So new faces, new voices, new brothers and sisters in the industry starting to take this seriously.
Yeah.
That was really exciting to see.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point. The main reason, if it's not going here to get education, if it's not going here, or if it's not coming here for to try out that gear or look at that light or hold that controller or whatever it is, I think it really is about that relationship. You know, I mean, Bill lives 4 hours away from me, but this is usually the time when we actually get to spend time together.
Yeah.
Same thing with John.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know, seeing people from Chicago, seeing people from the East Coast, even the West Coast coming all the way over here.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. It's about meeting those people for the first time. And you know, I've get people that come up and, oh, you know, I love your videos, or you know, Bill, we watch your show, and I think that's the exciting part is we get to connect with those people.
Yeah, there were like 3 whole people.
Yeah.
All 3 of my people who watched my show, they were here.
How did I know it was going that
Yeah,
way?
it was awesome. That was mobbed.
So,
Yeah, one of them,
besides
you know,
ruining
took
that
a-
whole
they rested
segment of
it.
what I'm trying to talk about here, no, going back, I mean, it is really great just to see people that you talk to online, or you might email back and forth, or maybe on the phone. You know, Big Daddy, always a man who has open arms, and
Daddy.
he
Sean
will.
McKee.
Sean McKee,
Connecticut.
he will call you on the phone. He will sing you happy birthday, even if it's not your birthday. I mean, that guy's amazing. But when you see him here at this show, you know that he is there for you and he will do anything for you.
Right.
Always inspiration.
The DJ community has become nationwide now. It used to be, I'm in Minneapolis.
Worldwide.
I know all the Minneapolis DJs.
It's more
so the community
nationwide.
was there. Then it became nationwide. Now it's become worldwide.
Yeah.
And if not for these conferences, we don't get a chance to actually have this kind of relationship. I mean, the online relationships, it took the world and it made it smaller. But I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's like the online part is that, but it's this face-to-face.
Yeah.
And this yearly reunion, whether it's in Atlantic City or whether it's in Las Vegas or whether it's in Milwaukee or in Tennessee, some people do this reunion once a year. Some people do it 2-3 times a year. But that reunion of that community is what makes this DJ community an actual community.
Yeah.
Without it, we got nothing. We don't really have a community. Now, John, I do have a question for the two of you. Was there some sort of a memo about how we were supposed to dress for this show?
Yes, there was. We were supposed to be. We're supposed
Because
to dress.
I'm really warm.
Yeah.
It's really warm here. And I came dressed like a professional broadcaster.
So I get here, and Bill is sitting on the dock drinking strawberry daiquiri at Land Shark.
I am not.
He's at Land
Alcohol?
Shark in a suit with a tie, walking the boardwalk. People are in bikinis,
right.
and I guess it's better he was in this than a bikini. But it was
it really depends on how you look at it. Honestly, John even understands. I mean, I look nice in a bikini.
We can rock it.
No, I don't really know if there's a different dress code. I think, today.
The fact you're about to try to answer this seriously.
Today I am in shorts and a t-shirt because, I did a quick seminar with Electro Voice today, but I've been setting up. I've been helping out in the booth with Chauvet, so I needed to be comfortable. But tomorrow I am gonna dress just as snazzy as you are, and hopefully I look as good as you do.
No, tomorrow I'm wearing a t-shirt.
I will be the only one
I'm
wearing a suit.
My thong, I'm telling you right now. And I'm going to need a team of people, but I'm wearing it.
You're wearing it right now?
So for those of you watching out there on Facebook Live, the video, though, you can get the better audio. We're hoping the audio is better. Is out on YouTube. You go to discjockeynews.com/live, and that will take you to the video for tonight's show. We're going to be coming back tomorrow night we're going to actually be doing, I think, a 9:30 show with Ben Stowe. That's the plan.
You and Ben, wait, is it true that you and Ben are going to be on the boardwalk on the Zipper live?
No.
Come on.
He said it.
I think if there are enough people that comment on this video, that they should do something on the Zipper, try to do an interview on one of the rides at the end of the pier. John and Ben in a small cage.
Even if it's not interviewing, at least get them on the zipper as the closing of the show.
No,
so
honestly,
start posting, share it on Facebook, get these guys in the zipper for tomorrow.
Exactly. I think that plus I'd like to see Ben Stowe in a really fast ride try to explain the plot of Star Wars before he dies. I think it'll be really awesome.
Or we'll be doing it from about this location.
Whatever, a bunch of girls.
But again,
But we've got Ben Stowe at 9:30 tomorrow night. This is Eastern time. Then at 10 o'clock Eastern, we are going to be going with our Tuesday night with Brian Red. He'll be with me tomorrow night also. So it could get late tomorrow night.
Okay.
We're planning. Yeah, you guys are going to be
late
busy.
tomorrow night.
You guys are going to be busy doing things.
Yeah,
but
no, we're going to have a drinking
We'll be
game.
watching the show.
We're going to sit here.
Yeah, you will.
I'll just off screen, and every time Ben brings up Star Wars, we're doing a shot.
yeah.
and that'll be as far as you get.
We will get so drunk.
Or every time he says the word, it depends, or the words, it depends.
Yes.
Take a drink.
Take another drink. All right, well, it's your show.
Yep,
Close it out, man.
I think we are good. Thank you guys for watching on Facebook Live or on YouTube. We'll be back again tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern. Any last words to send them off with tonight, guys?
Hopefully we'll see you in the East Coast, whether it's Atlantic City or New York or wherever it's going, Philly next year. But again, I mean, great show. Make sure you check it out.
Yeah, I would like to get a better memo on the dress code next time.
Okay, we'll work on that. And again, gang, thank you for watching either Facebook, quit it, or YouTube. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV. Quit it. Did your mom know you were this way at high school? Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.